Hi, my peeps. I think you might be there. Oh, there we go. I'm getting, I'm getting so good at causing problems that it means I'm getting good at solving problems. Um, I had a Zoom meeting with someone recently, and I changed my video output for my Zoom, and I forgot to change it back. So I'm wondering, how come I can see on one screen, I can see the camera, but on the other screen, I see a big black box. Oh, goodness. Okay, just a minute. Get things in order. So I can see comments. There we go. We are squared away. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. The dog decided we had to defend the house against people driving down the street, and that was more important. So I had to get him quiet because, oh, is he loud? And downstairs. Because if not, there's no guarantee that the next guy who drives down the road won't offend him. So yeah, Tuesday, 4th of February. Hello, everybody. Tracey here. Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and friendly neighborhood paper pusher. Lots going on, and we're going to make some cards. So this is the card we're going to make. Whoa, isn't it cute? It's a fun fold. Like fun folds. Fun folds are a workout too, because you just can't stop playing with them, so you get a little exercise at the same time. It is a tad bit nippy. Let me just look at my thing. It is minus 25 right now. So the house is a little cool, but I refuse to turn the thermostat, or I guess the furnace, not the thermostat, but it's the furnace in the end that kicks in more, because I don't really like furnace heat. It's dry and I don't like the way it smells, which made my son laugh when I said the heat smells, and I'm like, yes, it does. So I actually had to resort to putting on a light little fleece, because I would rather put on a fleece than turn off the heat. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's get going with some fun stuff. There was a lot happened at midnight and is going on right now, so got to get to all these things really quickly. I put most of it in the newsletter, I think, or all of it, maybe. I don't know. I've learned, a couple new things have come up that I did my little scoping out of things today. So then we can get to the card, because I have one ready to go and an idea in my head for the other one. I have to see if it actually works. This was our February class, and I have a couple of these kits left. All of a sudden have the hips as well. So the kit looks like this. It has all the pieces in it. Everything for each card is in each envelope except for the twine and the embellishments. They're just in one. There's a nice color picture printed PDF thing. This was the original set we used. So if you need to, or if you want to, you can get this one. This is a fantastic set. I will use this for lots of things, because some of these things aren't specific to Valentine's Day. Like the Be Mine is kind of, although I use it for my serial card because it's funny. Mine. Obviously, Happy Valentine's Day is kind of Valentine specific, but all these other ones could just be like general love stuff, and they come with this great set of heart dies. So all of this stuff is pre-cut, but yeah, the deal's on the bundle, right? You want to get a great deal, get the bundle, get all the good stuff. If you don't have this, you can still use this kit, and all you're going to need is some sentiments, which you'll see in a minute, different sizes. There's lots of options. And a flower. This flower is, I'm going to say 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. Oh, look at me go, 1.25 inches-ish. So yeah, in a couple of places where we use that, just, if you have a different 1.25 inch flower, that would work as well. But if you need the step set, let me know. I can help you out. I usually put things over there, but I put my table on this side today, and it's going to screw me up. Okay, so here's our projects. We had two, oops, I had more than one of each card here. So we had 2 of the bags, and these bags pop open to make nice little treat holders. So yeah, some flowers. And so all these little pieces of paper of the individual colors are in there. You just need to stamp and do it. So different sentiments. Labels are in there. You just have to find something to stamp on. We got this card, which there's 2 versions of. That's what I'm trying to figure out what I did with them. Oh, there we go. There's the other one. It looks different depending which side of the paper you put up. But then you just get 6 strips of DSP and 1 of all the other stuff. This one, which I absolutely love, with this just fantastic embossing folder that's available in Celebration. And then the last one is the fun fold, because like I said, we love a good fun fold. So 3 cards, 2 bags, all the things you need. The ribbon, the twine, this twine, and these hearts. Oops. So I got to push my keyboard in. For some reason, it's still sticking out, and I am not close enough to the table, even with my long arms, to be all on screen. This twine and these little hearts are all currently out of stock and awaiting restocking. So I have them all in the package for you. I bought extras for the class, so I even still have some left. There we go. Put my noisy thing away. So yes, a couple of those left. $22 if it's local porch pickup, and $32 if I have to mail it. And I can mail it anywhere in Canada. Nada. Okay, there we go. So here's my stack of stuff. I have a stack of stuff. Actually, I'm not sure I need the catalogs. I think they're just there just in case. So this is the current survey for scrapbooking. I have all the questions, all the things, everything figured out. I just have to finish putting it in the computer. Would have finished that earlier, but sometimes, you know, the 87 interruptions in a day by one individual who finds TikTok so funny. Just slow me down. Okay, what is new? Yeah, those things I guess we'll get to. So there is some new products that just came out. This is not super easy for you to look at. I will post it. I did post it in the newsletter yesterday, but I think I'll post it on Facebook as well today. But I have some updates. So that's why I had these catalogs out. See, I knew there was a reason. So this is the celebration brochure, and the stuff in it is still all in stock. I just double checked. It was all. Sorry, that's not true. The hearts have been out of stock for a little bit, and they weren't in the shipping container. There was a shipping container that was apparently stuck in customs for like 2 months or something. So that's why I think I mentioned it last week. The dies were going to come in, you know, the week of the 3rd, the week of the 10th, the week of the 17th, and they just kept bumping it and bumping it and bumping it. Well, it finally cleared. They got it on like Sunday or something. They got it unloaded on Monday, and by last night, it was all showing up in the inventory, so you could order it again. The hearts weren't in it. So this little bundle, which is awesome. I've seen such cool cards. I think maybe later in the week, because it'll be really quick, but I've seen St. Patrick's Day, butterflies. I guess I shouldn't just call it St. Patrick's Day. I've seen clovers, I've seen butterflies, and something else made out of these hearts that were so awesome. So I'll have to recreate them and make some cards to show you, because Lord knows I never save things. Anyways, it's an awesome bundle. So this one is not currently in stock, but more is expected. The rest of the stuff is still in stock. So then, as they do, and they've done this in the past too. Sorry, I was straight hair tickling my chin. Oh, there we go. Got it. That's rare. I don't generally get it first try. So they added some new things to the offerings, which is good, because if you have all the stuff in the other one, now you can, you know, get all the new stuff. So these are all previously released. Some of them, though, very new. So I made this little list, and then at the bottom here, I added a couple of things. So this beautiful butterflies stamp set was one of the things you could get for free. And at the bottom, I put down here, and I warned people that to keep an eye on these things, because now that you can get the accompanying tool for free, watch the stocking on this. Well, as it turns out, beautiful butterfly stamp set is on low inventory. Now, Stampin' Up! Has an issue right now with their red rubber supplier. I don't remember what happened to the original one. They had to find a new one. And they did finally find one. And as of yesterday, they are doing some testing. They're very strict on their quality. They don't just rush into anything. They do a lot of quality testing before they'll put something out. So they have a new supplier. They're in the process of quality testing. They think that within, like, I'm thinking, you know, maybe a couple weeks or something, that they'll have finished that and be on with, okay, now we can start producing again. They produce, and they have their own place a little bit south of where the main office is in Utah. So chances are that the stamps that go out of stock aren't going to be out of stock for very long. Hopefully some of these things will come back in before, and that just applies to the red rubber, will come in before celebration is over, but it's hard to say. So anyways, yes, this is on low inventory. So if you're thinking you need this stamp set, or sorry, this is on low inventory. So a lot of people must be getting this stamp set. So if you want, like, if you want this little combination, I would get it soon, because these parts are going to start to go. It's awesome. I showed a whole bunch of samples. There's lots of fun things you can do with this. This Natural Botanicals is a reversible set that just came out in the mini, and it is not available. Like, enough people in the course of the day from midnight till now, have taken this as their free celebration item, that it is currently unavailable. All the rest of the stuff, I think, is it. These alphabet a la mode dies, very cool dies. They're tall and skinny, so you can get like lots of words and stuff on cards and scrapbook pages. They're awesome. The house plants, like these are all like some big ticket items too, that are all added to the list. So now you can pick from the other catalog, you can pick from this catalog. Say, and all of these, so these are not celebration, they're just the company ones that go with them. But all of these are with a $75 purchase. So the more $75 you spend, the more things you can pick. But yeah, I personally would wait because people seem to be in a shopping mood, I guess. Now there's some new online exclusives that came out, and I can't really show you the stuff. I can't show you catalog stuff. I can only show you the actual items. So when my order comes in, I'll show you, because I ordered a fair bit of it. I will tell you that. And so I'm trying to cheat, and I made a cheat sheet here. So there's 3 big suites that came out. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bundles. And there are 4, 8, oops, that's not a bundle, 3, 6, 10 standalone stamp sets and a pack of memories and more cards. And I will tell you that some of these standalone stamp sets, 3 of them that I can think of right off the top, are the ones you buy and you keep in your stash forever. They are fantastic. So one of the things, we did get a brochure, and I'm excited about this. The funny part about this is I bought everything in this suite except for the stamp set. It's got 2 different papers. One's black and white. One's this really cool textured stuff. These fantastic. They all have different kind of detail stitching on the edge, these rectangles. Neutral matte dots. I love corrugated. I don't know what it is about corrugated. We used to have like some of our specialty paper, which was like a really fine corrugated. Oh, I just love it. It's also very handy if you put it in the bottom of a box that you have cards in, so they're not always sliding down. If you put corrugated on the bottom there, it sort of gives them little grips and it holds them. It's fantastic. Some white ribbon. So yeah, this is one of the ones that's coming out. So this is available to customers on the 3rd of, it's either the 3rd or 4th March. I forget now. But if you're a demonstrator, or if you get the starter kit, which is a great deal during celebration, you could order this stuff early. Oh, but look at it. It's just, we can have so much fun with that one. If you want to know about the starter kit or the extra deals, let me know. I will tell you. Okay, next up. Our next kit together, and I did order, I'll get to it in a minute. I'll show you the new ones. There's the 2 new kits that just came out. Sweet. So I will have those available, plus a new paper pumpkin, plus I still have lots of the ones that like from last month and a couple earlier ones available. So we are meeting on the 22nd of February. That is the last Saturday of the month at the Foxhole. It is a sweet little morning out. You get a delicious drink or pastry, or she's famous for her cinnamon buns, and you get to make 3 cards. It costs you $20, and we had a lovely time chatting. We talked nonstop the last time. It was so nice meeting new people, and oh, it was great. So that's on the 22nd. It is there's a poster at the actual cafe. Plus it's in the newsletter. So I will post this again. There's all of it has a QR code, but I'll also post a clickable link. So that is 22nd of February. I am very excited about our March Sunday Crafter Noon, which is on the 2nd of March. And there's all the prices, and when you click to register, it gives you all the different options and details and stuff. But I will tell you why. Because I love a good fun fold. So I finished up doing the things and stuff and that this weekend. So I could give you because I had so many choices to pick. Oh, there were so many things. So what it's come down to, so just the basic class, it is a little more expensive. And I'm going to tell you it's because you're getting a whole bunch of stuff. And because of how much prep I'm going to do to make your life easy. So you're going to end up with a half a pack of the birthday DSP. Now in it, there are 5 sheets of like regular DSP. Although one of the sheets on one side of it has little like card tags and labels and card fronts that you can cut apart. And we use some of these, but we also use some of the flip side. And then one of the sheets is like a whole sheet of different little die cuts. There's all sorts of them. There's balloons and flowers and cakes and cupcakes and banners and tassels and all sorts of things. So we're using these because these make this so slick. You'll see on the cards, I've used all of these to make amazing things. So for everybody to get one sheet of this and have enough paper to do the other things, everybody's going to get a half a sheet of this paper. Everybody's going to get a full pack of these dots, because when you're done, there will still be paper left over, and then you can keep making things. Because one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make, and there's that you can make so many different sizes of these, right? So here's just two of the sizes, and I picked them based on what I was like wanted to put in them. And I was trying to make them because the paper is, I am not a pink person. There's a lot of pink in this paper. But the funny part is, I'm drawn to it. I absolutely love it. But I figured there's ways to make it a little more masculine, right? Like this is just a balloon, and show you a little trick there with a balloon with some chocolates. But these little treat holders, you can make them whatever size you want. And then it's just based on what you think you're going to put in them. So I will show you how to make them, and I will give you a sheet that has like a whole bunch of different options. I'll have more than two of them there, I think, with different things. You can make tall, skinny ones. There's just so many. So this is one of the treat holders I'm going to show you. And then this is one of the treat holders everybody should know. It's super easy. Once somebody shows you it once and you make a couple of them, it is so easy. And they are just so handy. It's called the diaper fold. But you see more die cuts. We did stamp some of the sentiments on it, but for the most part. So you get to pick and choose like this. These are two different sizes as well. I've never made this size before, but I'm like, how big can I make this with and still be able to like fill it up without having to put too much stuff in it. So I'll show you how to make that. And again, I'll give you a whole bunch of different size options on that one. So all your leftover paper, you can make one of each of these in person. So you learn, and then you'll be able to go home and make as many as you want with all this leftover stuff you have. This is another one of these ones. So they can get very small. This is a thing of Tic Tacs. And this is different paper, but all of these little bits and pieces, like the banner and the little things and the tassels, all came out of the die set. Oh, I don't think I've showed you that, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, but here's the fun part. We're making fun folds. Oh, I got it here before I show you the fun folds. So here's a couple other just like of the simple cards that I made using just the paper that's in the kit and die cut. So with your leftovers, you have lots of options what to do with them. Okay, so here's one of our die cut. And here's the thing, that the hard part, these are not hard cards. The hardest part of these cards is cutting all the pieces. So I'm going to do that ahead of time, right? So everything, I'll take your pack of paper and I'll separate it all out for you. And I will cut all your pieces to make the cards. And then, like I said, you'll have lots left over to use the treats and to do other things. And everything will be all sitting there. And then when we're together, we'll assemble them because then I'll show you all the tips and tricks and how to make it easy. So, and they all fit in a regular envelope. Some of them are a little thicker, but this one opens up. And look, birthday cake. Isn't this awesome? Love it. This is a new one. I found this online. I learned so many die cuts on the last weekend, and I wanted to make all of them. And then of course I see another video and I'm like, no, I gotta make that one. So the reason we're making this one, so from the front, it looks unassuming so far. We're going to cut out one of these we have a new set that has this die, and it's the perfect size for gift cards. You could put treats and stuff in it too. So you can either put a tag in here if you just wanted to like a tag with something on it, or if you're planning to give a gift card, you can put a little gift card in there. But then look at this. It pops up. Right? Isn't that fun? So I just found that one, and it was a winner for me because of the gift card. So there you go. And then we have our bandstand card, which looks like this from the front, or from the top. I mean, just to give you an idea of how it works. That one. And then this one, it's not so much a fun fold. The original card was put on window sheet, so you could kind of see through it, which kind of made it a fun fold. It's a different shape or size than normal. It's a little bit bigger than normal. But I found the window sheet was a little hard to work with, and it just would not lay flat, and it was driving me nuts. And you had to do a couple extra steps so you could make it like stand. But I absolutely love this pattern. And yeah, like I said, all the pieces will be prepped for you but it's a nice big card too. So if you need a card that a lot of people have to sign, this gives you a whole lot more room to sign. So we're making all these fun folds, and I'm going to show you how to make the treats, and we're going to make a couple of them together. And then you're going to go home with leftover. It sounds so bad when you say leftover, although I will tell you, I adore leftovers. I love leftovers. When I make something, I purposely make sure there's enough that there's leftovers of it, because I love leftovers. But you'll have, in making all of these samples, I didn't even use my full package or my full sheet of this. This is the second sheet that I've broken apart, but there's some of the extra pieces in here. So all of these samples I made, plus I've got a few other ones I made that I didn't show you. And I never did use all my die cuts. There's a lot of die cuts in one sheet. So you'll have lots of extra stuff. That one, like I said, is on the 2nd of March. And I will post a link for that. I'll post all the events tomorrow just because I'm trying to not overwhelm the feed with all this stuff in one day. So I'll post the links for this, but it and there's the options. The class is practically like it's cheap. I can't remember now my math, but it's you save most of the class costs if you order the stamp set or the bundle. So this is the stamp set we're using, and it's great. Lots of good options there for celebrations and stuff. This is the dies that I love, and the sample I have that has the numbers used on it is actually the scrapbook page, but you could put these numbers on just about any one of the cards, like in the middle where the sentiments are, adding them on. But I love the font, I guess, of these. So that's one. And then the other bundle that goes with it that I think I'm going to have there just so you can see that it is a nice little, oh, there, I can see what did I do with my stuff. It's a nice little companion one, is this cake celebration. And I think I used on one of the cards, I think I did actually use this because it was a little bit smaller. Yeah, the birthday cake one. I use this because it's a little bit smaller because I had to fit it onto one of the layers of the cake. So this will be there to use as well. But look at these dies, right? Making all the stuff. These are the dies I used to make the French fries on my seagull card. I saw that tip from a different demonstrator. Here's the layered cake. Here's little banners. There's, oh, it's an awesome set. So we'll have those to play with. The thing with that class is that I have to order a bunch of stuff, which I am not ordering unless I have at least 4 people registered, because otherwise the math doesn't work and I'm just going to eat the cost of everything. And because I need to make sure I have time to get the stuff here and do, like I said, many hours of prep cutting all those little pieces for you, I need to know by the end of next week who's coming. So I'm going to post that tomorrow. I mentioned it in the newsletter as well. So please, if you want to come to that class, you have to let me know right away, because otherwise it's just not going to work. Okay. 2 new kits also came out. This is heirloom arrangement kit. This is the first one I think I've seen in the kits where all 8 cards are different. Now, these are horrible pictures. They're so much better if you look online. These are available right now. But you can see they are very cool. They have florals and butterflies, and they are very pretty cards. And you can tell they all go as a set. These would make a lovely, make this whole little set. Lots of thank yous and stuff in there, and pop them in a nice little box or folder or something. I'll show you. Maybe next time we'll do that, or maybe I'll do that as just like a little fill-in during the week. An easy way to make a nice little cardstock folder that you can use that will hold all of these. What a great gift, right? Here's a bunch of cards and there it is. Yeah, but anyways, they're all different, which I like. And then the other set that's coming out is called So Much to Celebrate, and I wish I could show you this card because it is these pretty bright colors. This 2 of the cards. These 2 cards are standard size. This one card is 6x3. So in case you were wondering, American designer, because I think American money is shorter, or they just didn't plan it for it to be money. So one of our bills is like 6 1/8. So if I don't know if it will fit, because I thought they'd make perfect like to throw money in if you wanted, but you might have to like angle it or give it a little fold or something. But these cards are awesome looking, and these cards have a puffy stickers in them. So that's it's one of the other suites has puffy stickers as well. So this will be cool to see what their version of puffy stickers looks like. The other thing that is coming out soon is the February kit. I'm looking forward to this because I'm growing a herb garden and a vegetable garden, but I'm growing a herb garden in the house. And so this has, instead of having regular envelopes, they look like little seed packages, and it's kind of a garden spring themed cards. So if you want this one, you need to subscribe by the 10th or let me know by the 10th to get an extra kit. It's in the newsletter, and I've mentioned it, I think, every celebration for years now. But if you're thinking of getting celebration, you can get the prepaid celebrations and you can earn a whole bunch of free items, right? A 6-month is $180. Which will get you 2 items. The full year one, you pay for 11 months, or you pay for 11 months, but you actually get 12 months. It's $350. That gets you, I think it's 5. And if you add the extra 25 to get to $375, you'll get, no, the first one gets you 4. If you add the extra 25 to get to $375, you get 5 celebration items plus an extra $37 in free spending to add to your other one. So you'll end up with a year's worth of paper pumpkin, one of which is free, 5 celebration items and about $80 worth of free stuff that you can order. So it's a wicked deal to do this. This has to be subscribed to if you want this particular kit by the 10th of February, which is a week away. Celebration only goes till the end of February. The dies are still available. The dies are awesome, even if you don't get the celebration kits. You need to be a subscriber, or me, to get these. So yeah, Big Heart is awesome. The little bee and the honeycomb, which are a sneak peek of March's kit. And then this is the little chives and a little flower that cut out for the February kit. So those are still available as well. Yeah, the March kit is going to be, like, this one's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. The March kit is anniversary month. And you definitely want to be subscribed before then, because it's going to be a phenomenal kit with daisies and bees and cool things. You get a second stamp set, pulling out all the stops for their anniversary month. Okay, that's my recap. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Okay. I don't actually like long sleeves. I own very few things that are long sleeve, and I most definitely don't generally wear long sleeves inside. Okay. So here's our little card. Oh, I never showed you the full thing, did I? Okay, you know I love the bees, right? Oh, I love the bees. So this card was originally by Elisa Henderson, and I actually don't know if it has a name, so I'm calling it the Front Lock Fun Fold. I have to be careful with that. That's a lot of F's. I should slow myself down and take time to say the Front Lock Fun Fold, especially when you have lock. That's too close. So the card opens by giving, this is scored to give it a little bend, and it opens. So this is like the little lock, right? Oh, look at that. Okay, it's exciting. So I'm going to show you how to make it. We have the envelope because we have to make sure we stamp the envelope at the same time. We have a little piece for the inside. And I have already, I got to get my little scrap looking questionnaire. I've already done the measurements. So if you want to screenshot that, feel free. But otherwise, I'll take a picture of it and post it afterwards. I was just running late, so I didn't get to that before I started. So a little piece for the inside. We have the, I'm going to show you a little thing I saw. I don't even know where I saw that. It was just such a cool idea. So this is just a half a sheet of cardstock. It is what you would make for your standard card base. And we are going to score. I've already scored mine. I'm going to pretend. Well, maybe I'll pretend so it makes more sense. So this is what we need to do, right? This standard card base. So we're going to go in, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Here on my journal, right? We're going to go in, score it at 4 1/4, right? So now, sorry, did I say this is 8.5 by 5.5? Did I write that down right? Yes, I did. Okay, so this is our regular standard card base, right? But what we need to do is we're going to go on one end, and we're going to give it, a score at 1 inch. And then we're going to flip it around, and we're going to go on the other end. We're going to line it up at 1 inch as well. Only this time, we're going to cut it. Okay. So the end that gets scored is not the end that gets cut, right? Because we have our little half. And that's how we get our little pieces. Get that out of the way. I'm going to do one more of them because I don't think I actually scored that other one. So this is just for use on another card. So now we have this, and I'm going to show you in a second here. So I have 2 pieces of paper. So this is, so I cut my inch off, right? So this is a 7 3/8 by 5 3/8 piece that's going to fit in there. And this one is 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. Those are hard words for me to say sometimes. It goes like this. So there's our 2 pieces of paper. Now, generally, you can take your piece of paper and flip it over and use whatever's on the other side. But I love this paper. This is free celebration paper. Let me see. Let me just grab it. I'll show you real quick. I didn't get the mushroom stamp set, which is not what it's called. I've seen so many cute cards. Speaking of which, there's one right here from when we did the demo swap. So this stamp set, which is adorable, and I have seen lots of it, coordinates with this paper. Well, I didn't get that stamp set. So this paper is in Celebration, and you can get a free pack of 6x6. And it's great because there's only 4 patterns. So there's 8 of each pattern. So you have lots of the same pattern if you're making multiples. And here's the best part of this paper. So if you look on one side, right, it's all mushrooms. Well, that one's not a mushroom. That one's just psychedelic. But the rest of them are kind of the mushroomy thing, right? There's a couple stripes on that one, mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. But if you look on the other side, I love, love, love this sort of, I don't know, birch grain paper. That's one of them. One of them is some nice little polka dots, tone on tone dots. This one has leaves on it. That one's the one, oh, the one with the polka dots is also the psychedelic on the background. That one's got mushrooms. This one that has the dots has a nice stripe pattern on the back of it. And then this one is the nice fresh freesia stripes. So this is good for all sorts of cards. You know, it doesn't matter if there's mushrooms on one side because the other side is awesome. So, and that's sale, we get a free pack for with a $75 purchase. And then we also need a piece for the inside that is the same as the front piece of DSP, which is 3 1/8 and by 5 3/8. Sorry, 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. So once we get ourselves all layered up on here, I'll show you how to put on the. You want to have a good size label for your sentiment because that's what's going to hold things. Oops. I just went totally off because I was rushing. I don't know how small. I guess we could, well, we're about to try because the one I have for my second idea, we'll see if it works, is a much smaller one. You want enough to put on it that it's going to, let's take all the little pieces off. You want enough on it that it's going to hold the card closed, but not so much that you can't open the card. Now, the original one, I saw Tamara make a version of this, and the original card, the one that Lisa had made, was made with that cute new set. With, I can't remember what it's called now, with the ocean stuff, with the lobster and the crab and stuff. And it had like the circle label and a nice big die on it, right? So you want something, and everything was on the label. When I made this card, I put some of the stuff on the label and some of the stuff on the card, just because that's how it worked. But if you can put everything on the label, then when you flip the label, it holds here. So the label is nice and heavy to hold things down. And we're going to stamp on the inside. I don't often make mistakes stamping, but I still, to this day, prefer to stamp first, then adhere, so that if I do actually screw something up. Well, the other thing I was going to say, you should have your card shut when you do this, because if you're like me and it'll drive you nuts if the lines don't actually line up. So if this one was off at all, I can at least make sure that these like ends line up. So there we go. So we'll put it like that so we get them lined up. But yeah, you're better off to stamp first, because that way, if you do happen to screw up, you can always flip it over and do another one. So let me see. I didn't actually plan that part. So I do not have. I don't actually know what it's stamping in the middle. I do not have my stamp set. Okay, I just realized, where's my little guy? Why are they not in front of me where they're supposed to be? That would be too easy. So are you enjoying the view of the back of my head? Okay, obviously I was using them, and they must be in my working on it pile because they're not in where they're supposed to be. Well, that is super handy. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just realized too that I don't think I stamped a face on this bee. Nope, I did not. We'll grab our little stamps here. These bees, I tell you, they're the bee's knees. Yes, I am a cornball to the fore. So if you haven't caught it before, when this came out last year, and this is still a current stamp set, when this came out last year, with the punch is one of the new free celebration items that you can get, which is this one. I so love this. I made so many projects with this. We had a whole class around this. I absolutely adore this guy. It also works as a speech bubble. We've got a couple hearts, and then when you use the hearts the other way, that's for antennas, and this is for wings, right? So it cuts out all the pieces. So then this year they came out with this one, and this one has dies with it, although the dies are all over on the die cut machine, because when I stamp, I tend to stamp like a whole bunch of something and then die cut it out because I have many more bee projects to make. But these bees are sort of one size bigger and one size smaller than these ones. But they coordinate lovely. So yes, they've been getting a fair bit of use. I just can't get enough. That. So yeah, like I said, I'd watch for those ones because they're gonna go. The stamp set's gonna go to match the punch, like this stamp set. I don't know how many of them they have, but that's the punch. Plus, look at this little thing is almost identical to the die that's in the March kit. So if you want to be able to stamp on the inside to match the, like, the possibilities are endless. I'm just telling you. I hope we get a tiny little bee, because as much as I love this big bee, I would really like to be able to put just like a little bee on the inside. Actually, I might put just a little flower on it because I really don't want this huge bee on the inside. So yeah, I'm really hoping in that set there's a tiny little bee that we can use to stamp. I need to pick a sentiment as well. So I'm going to pick this flower. Just going to pick this flower. I like that better. And we are going to go with, I'm going to go with fresh freesia, which I also didn't grab. So it's a good thing all this stuff's close at hand. There we go. So I'm just going to stamp the inside. And this is why I do it, because then there's a 50-50 chance I will notice it while I'm doing it. I'm also going to stamp the envelope, because I will go back and stamp the envelope, but I will cuss and swear the whole time because I have to go pull everything back out again. Photopolymer. Don't you love photopolymer? If you miss something, you just go back. Because yes, I want it stamped, and it will just annoy me that I have to go back and do it after I put everything away. So there's that one. So we're going to put this guy on the inside. I still have to put a face on my bee. The faces, the bees are all different sizes, but the faces, both stamp sets have faces in them, and the faces are pretty much the same size, and they're not exactly the same. One looks like it'll be the same, but the eyes are slightly different, and then the other ones just have different options. So again, I'm lining it up because I'm particular. I put it slightly crooked there. There we go. Or not crooked, but too far over. I'm lining it up so that I can get my like the edges of the papers to line up, because that's what I prefer. Okay, so now we have that one. Not really sure what I did wrong there. I think I cut that paper crooked because that is just not working for me. But okay, so we want to pick a big label. So this is one of the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I picked it because it has these little holes in it, right? And the little holes, to me, kind of replicate my little dotted piece of paper. And I saw this somewhere else. I'm not really sure where, but whoever's card it was, I saw, she had taken her little thread. She used the gold thread, and she had woven it in and out of all of these holes. And I was like, well, how cool was that? In this case, though, I just tied it through the back, through a couple holes. So I'm going to put it on here. So when I flip open the card, oh, what did I do wrong? No, I didn't. You know what I did wrong? Sorry. I forgot to tell you before we were doing all that. You do have to, because I'm like, did I forget to score? You do have to burnish this so that it will actually bend backwards once you actually go to. So what I wanted it was, oops, this is going to be attached here. But I wanted to make sure when I moved the card that the bow went with it, right? So that the bow wasn't, because if it was stuck here, then it was, it gets caught or whatever. I wanted it on this piece. So I thought, well, how perfect is that? I'll just tie it through the holes. So this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to adhere on this piece. So I'm going to put down some tearing tape. I'm going to put a couple pieces because this is where the mechanism is, and it's going to get a lot of use. So I'm eyeballing so I can remember where to put it. And I'm just putting these two pieces side by side. One is probably enough. It's very good adhesive, but I don't want it falling apart or getting like wobbly and loose and stuff. So I'm going to put two side by side because then there's not so much torque on the one piece. Divide the workload. And I'm going to look where I put the glue there because I lost it. I'm not going too close to the edge here. I'm just trying to figure out about where I want it. I hadn't actually planned out this. Okay, so now I have my label on, and now when I bend, it opens, and I close and I close. I really should have trimmed those little guys. And I just got my little ribbon scissors. I like the big long tags, but that's not going to serve us well on this card. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Grab the little pieces off. It is easier to tie a bow if your string is just a little bit longer. So mine is always longer than it needs to be. Yep, see, I had a feeling I forgot the face. So this one has, this guy here is, to me, is like the smiley guy. This is a peaceful little bee. And then, so yeah, this one is happy. And it's got smaller eyes. This one has a little bit bigger eyes on it. This is my favorite, the little winky bee. But what I really should have done, and I totally forgot, but I put it on, I'm just going to wing it anyways. So yeah, I'm going to wing it. I should have stamped on this before I stuck it to the card, but I was all excited. So I am going to write Happy Valentine's Day. And then I'm going to put, oops, that's lock for what I'm looking for. I'm going to put my little happy dude there. This guy. So when I was stamping, because you stamp the yellow first, then you stamp the little black over top. And at the time that I had the black ink pad out is when I should have stamped his face, but I apparently totally neglected that. Look at the difference. It's just so cute. I think I'm going to use the black ink. I'm just going to leave it there. I think I'm going to use the black ink for my sentiment as well. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day, because I like to send Valentine's Day cards to everybody. All about telling you people you love them. That's how I look at it. Okay, so one of the things I need to do before I do that, because I totally skipped the step of stamping first, but even before you stamp first, is make a plan. Which I totally just went over that and stuck it down. Because you know why? Because I'm excited to see if my other plan works. The one I thought of right at the last minute. I had this, it was sitting on my desk. And I was like, that looks like a shirt pocket. And from there, my brain went, oh my god, oh wait, oh, but what? So now we're going to see if my thought actually works to make a masculine card. Okay, so I put a couple little rolled up blue dots. That one's for you, Diane Hutchinson. Roll them up. There we go. I'm going to stick his little wings on. And I haven't, I'm not fully squishing this down because I did it the last time and I realized I have to roll up a third one. And you can use all the fancy tools you have, or you could just use your fingernail. And we're sticking it on the front. But I also have to put his little antennae on. And the last time where I wanted them to go was kind of by the wings too, so I'm waiting until I get both of them in place. So this one's not totally stuck down yet. There we go. Yeah, because they're kind of right. I don't really know the anatomy of a bee, I'll be honest. Oh, I have a funny little thing. I should post that. Oops. Is he not adorable? And you know me and my dimensionals. There we go. I love dimensionals. It's like the Frank's Red Hot, if that makes sense to you. I put those on everything. So I'm going to add some, yeah, he's going to be fully on there. I'm going to add some dimensional, so he's going to stand up. I think the flower is going to stand up as well. And then the leaf is going to go on a glue dot because it's nice and easy to put. Oops, that's where I went over and I just stuck my leaf, there we go, into the corner. Oh, look at that. I just used my last glue dot. That's okay, I don't think I need one for the other card, so we should be good. Okay. Yeah, I like to live on the edge. I like to put a die cut with a glue dot on it upright on my desk. Okay, so this dude is going to come in for a little sniff of the flower with a little Happy Valentine's Day. So, yep. Okay, so I'm going to stamp first this time because I actually know what I'm doing, so I should maybe show it. And yeah, again, you really should stamp before you stick everything together, but hey, let's live on the edge. But I am going to stamp this before I put all the other stuff in to make sure I have room for it. So lucky for me, I've stamped enough now that I don't generally screw that part up. Okay, I'm going to probably need that black ink 2 seconds from now, but that's okay. So we're going to put this little guy over here. A cute little fleur. I'm going to stick this. Another little handy tool I found, especially when you're using these little guys. So this is these are, there's a name for these. because they're like force themselves shut. You have to push them open, so they're like the reverse of the other ones where that you squeeze closed. I forgot the name of them though, but they come with the embossing, the heat embossing kit, and they are so handy when you have big clunky hands like myself to be able to go like this and stick things in where you want without. I slid it down too far. I got it in the glue dot without getting your hands in your own way. So I'm just going to tuck that under. There we go. Push the glue dot down. That's why I like the glue dots. Just away we go. Oh, now it's going to bug me that I can't remember what kind of scissors those are. If anybody knows, feel free to tell me because there's a name for them and I forgot what it was. It's probably on. I probably can find it in the little set that shows us. Oops. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. So the one thing you do want to make sure though, as we're doing this there, I'm just trying to make sure that he's in between, is don't go over the edge of the card too much, because I think you'll find that when you fold it, if it's over the edge, if your hand's in the wrong spot, you're going to bend your element. But look at this. Look at this Valentine's card. Oh, you know what I need? Need to remember. So here's a fun fact for you. These are, for a minute there, I just drew a complete blank of which embellishments went with this paper, but I don't actually have the set that goes with this paper. So there's numerous ones that will go with it. But I did see somewhere else with like all of this, the B paper, which is similar colors. The in colors, which are not the exact colors of everything, but are close enough, work very well with this paper. So these are just awesome little, what are they called? In color shimmer gems. And I'm gonna pop a few of those on. I think actually I'm gonna go way down here, grab one of the peach pie ones and put a little center in that flower because it's looking very white. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna use those too. Even though there's no peach anywhere on here, it's kind of just like a goldy color. I just kind of like it. I'm just gonna do that because I can do whatever I want. And I'm going to do that. Okay. There's no rules in crafting. Do whatever you want. And really, most of it comes down to personal taste anyway. So look at the cute little dude. And then it opens like that. Isn't it adorable? Oh, okay. Let's give one more try. How much time have I got? 10 minutes. We could do 10 minutes. Okay, so I cut a bunch of pieces. So yes, this was my thing. I thought this looked like a pocket. And at first I thought, oh, I could put it on like this, but I think that's a little bit too much contrast. I don't know that that's a fashion thing to have a dark, moody blue shirt with a bright white pocket on it. Okay, so this one I did not, in fact, score yet. So it's just a standard card base, like I said, 8.5 by 5.5, half sheet of cardstock. So I'm going to go on this side. And I am going to, score at 1 inch. I'm going to flip it around. And I'm going to trim off 1 inch. And I'm going to hold on to those because it's possible I'm going to use them again. Over there. And then the other part I forgot last time, we're going to fold that back. Okay, so I already pre-cut the paper. And in this case, I won't do the inside right now because we'll focus on the outside for now. In this case, I wanted it to look like the shirt. Before I glue this down. So here's my thought. Like I said, I didn't get very far because I was busy doing all the other things. But my thought was, did I cut that right? Yeah, I just got my fingers in the way. See, fingers in the way. That if this looked like a little plaid shirt or gingham shirt or whatever, nice little men's shirt. Because it's funny when I do stuff, I still automatically try to come up with sort of a more feminine card, a more masculine card, and I am not at all like the feminine flowers and pink and swirly stuff. But I like to do, and then if I can, a kid's card. So this I was looking at and I'm like, I could probably make that work. So then this was my thought, right? If I put this here, sorry, I needed a water break. Would it look like a shirt? Now it's kind of off center. That's the only thing. But on a shirt, your pocket is off to one side, right? So this is why I was thinking, maybe I have to put this up a little higher. I was thinking it was meant to look like a shirt. The one thing I was trying to figure out was, does it need to like fold down to be a collar? It's kind of plaid on the other side, so it's not going to fold well. I could fold it in and put like a different. You know what? I think the idea is there, and I don't think it has to be exact. I think I'm going to go like this. I'm going to try it out. Here's the question, though. Reverse tweezers. Thank you, Melissa. And hello. Here's the question that I had, though, as I was coming up with this like half-formed idea, was, would you put something like, do I need a pocket square? Do I need a, I hadn't quite figured it out yet. I'm going to show you something, though, here in a second. Put this one on first. With any luck, straight. There we go. What did I do with, I think I put it on the bag. So this same little pocket, like die that, it makes a banner. It just looks like a pocket to me. You can put it through your die cut machine twice, right? So this is it. I put it through once, and then I put it back through again. And because it's got these little stitches on it, the die lines up and it holds perfectly into place. And I ran it through again, and I ended up having the stitching go all the way around, but I made it much shorter. So I had just like this little piece. Because to me, this kind of looks like a shirt, and you can actually fold it the other way. I kind of think this looks like a shirt. But anyway, so what I'm thinking is maybe I just need to take a piece of this and make it look like a pocket square. You know how the little pocket squares are? This one's a little big. I might have to just free cut one. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Does something go in the pocket? And I don't actually have a person in mind that I'm sending this to. The majority of people I know would be wearing plaid, not with a pocket square. So that's why I'm kind of wondering it. Maybe it doesn't go together. I just love this. I love the plaid side, but I also love the gingham side. I just happen to love this particular color. So oh, for this, I'm gonna live on the edge because I'm gonna put this piece in the middle because I have no idea what I'm gonna stamp on this. Because I really have no idea what I'm gonna put on the shirt. Oh, you know what would be cute? Going into the shirt theme. It doesn't help me with the inside. We'll figure that out later. But I have an idea. Yeah, I think I cut these pieces of paper wrong. These inside pieces are very tall. I make sure I line up at the bottom, because then if you've done it right, it will, it all works itself out. But the other one did the same thing too. It's fine in one, kind of fine in one corner. That's not my best inside cutting job. With any luck, they're so busy reading what it says, they don't even notice. Okay, so here's what I just thought of. If I did it like this, then we have some little, let me see if I can find something. We have these guys. They might be too small though. Let's see one that looks like wood. Oh, those are the same size. Oh, those are retired. But I'm thinking if I was to do this and fasten it down here, and then put like 3 little buttons or like 3 little embellishments, so it's kind of like the embellishments are fun, but at the same time, the 3 little embellishments are kind of like the buttons. I just need to get. I personally think this. Ooh, look how pretty those are. Nope, that might be too much contrast. Okay, so as you can tell, I did not really fully formulate thought on this card. I just thought, hey, it looks like a pocket. Would that look like opening a shirt? And I realize now that this would have to be in the middle to make it look like you were opening a shirt. Like, but then I don't know. Do you want your card to be undressing? I don't know. I'm going to put a piece of tape on this while I'm thinking of it. Because I don't want this to go too far over, I'm not actually sure. If I, that was a, I don't know what sound that was. Oh no, I think I can get 2 widths on this one too. I'll just make sure they're nice and snug. Because you have to make sure if you're too far over, or if one of your elements is like this one here, where the element is partially on here and partially on here, you have to make sure that you don't do something that will hamper opening the card, because it kind of kills the fun fold aspect of it. I think I'm just going to do this. I actually think I'm going to stick with the little metal ones that I was going to use originally, even though they're a little bit smaller than I remember. These ones are the ones that came with one of the sets in the annual catalog, I think. I was going to say the planes, but that's, oh, wait a minute. The planes. The planes. What's the planes? The plane. A little tattoo. I've changed my mind. I don't remember which one these came from. I was going to move them up here close enough. I'm a little squirrely today, I see. Can you see? They're textured. They're called textured dots, but it looks like you hammered them and they're awesome. Or they almost kind of look like golf balls. If I was making my brother the golfer, actually most of my family the golfer, a card, even though they're metal instead of white, metallic instead of white, they do kind of look like the dimples on a golf ball. These are the ones that came with the set for the plane. And these are called, I don't know, industrial trinkets. These ones are definitely bigger. That's not actually fastened down yet, so we'll do that. These are cool. I haven't seen ones like this before. So one side has like a bit of a rivet look to it. And the other side, I'm holding the one in my hand that is so small you can't possibly see it. The other side has like this little starburst to it. No, kind of like the rivet side though. But if I was to tack on a couple rivets beside it, ooh, I like that. So we're gonna do that instead. Unfortunately, I used the last of my glue dots. Stand by one. No, I don't have this convenient. I'm over here now. I don't have this like set up to be convenient for doing live. I have it set up so that it's convenient for me when I craft, but it's sure come in handy tonight. And what time is it? Ooh, I got 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to make this into a birthday card, I think, because I have lots of male birthdays coming up and I'm going to send it to one of the guys. But look at that. I like it. I don't think I'm actually going to put any little like bits and pieces or anything. I think those 3 little gems, this is going to say happy birthday. I'm just going to find the right one that fills that in nicely. And I'm going to finish it up and I will post it afterwards when I post it. But in the meantime, I knock everything on the floor. Okay, so this was the one I ran out of, right? And you'll see that it's got, like this is just a blank piece of paper because I save it from the last time. So I never throw these out. They come in very handy. When we had some kind of dome, it was some kind of treat dome thingy where you can make little like snow globes and stuff. Well, if you wanted to put it upside down and put treats in it, it would always rock, but it would nestle nicely in here. If you're working on ornaments at Christmas time or things you want to do, there's lots of things that you can like sit in this. I think I had ribbon. This is the wrong size ribbon, but I think I had a roll of ribbon like nestled in it once before. These things are super handy, but here's what they're most handy for. The glue dots. You know, I'm not sure I've ever actually seen glue dots with a piece of blue tape on them, like any tape holding them together. When I first started, glue dots were made one way. And then somewhere along the way, they switched. And I swear I heard them say they were switching back, but they did not switch back. So when I first started, 13 years ago now, just about, the glue dots were on this side. So as you peeled stuff back, the glue dots were on the hard part. Well, the glue dots are here now. Everybody has their own preference. I do not like this. This drives me bonkers. So what I do is I take the last one I just used, and this will take me like more than a couple of minutes. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. And see, because when you do it this way, the last row of glue dots on here is actually all stuck to the cardboard, right? So the fact that it's there and it's still a little bit tacky is kind of helpful. So I just lay the new ones over top like this, and I make myself a snowman. And then I just fold it like this. And once I get the first round around it, it's easier. Because now I just fold it like this, and I just go like this. And I'm going to run this entire, I just got to get it flat, because if it's not, if it's hanging over a little bit. So I'm just going to go like this, and I'm just turning. I'm using my thumb and my forefinger to kind of hold it. And I'm just turning, and I'm taking this entire thing and re-rolling it onto this roll where the glue dots are now up on the roll as they should be. So I will do that. And then I just save this one, I throw off side and save it. But every time I finish a roll, I basically take the next one and I do this with it. So that's how you can, if you like them the way they come, good to go. If you like it this way, this is how you get them this way. The other thing, which I can't do because now I'm going to hold this so I don't stick it to everything on my desk, is if you take a little piece of linen thread, I usually have a roll of linen thread on my desk, but it's behind me. Oh, no, there it is. Nope, that's gold one. any kind of twine. I wouldn't use the gold twine necessarily, but a piece of twine. If you take it and you tie it kind of not super tight, but just like around the edge of this, then it will keep the flap from constantly flapping open, because I have that little piece of blue tape that I threw away. That's just an extra little thing because it'll just slide along as you go. So yes, I love glue dots, and I have mastered the use of glue dots. And actually, I can just set them down like that. The other thing too, for those, it's a glue dot roll. Most of the time, whatever you're doing, but it should certainly work with these things, you can just stick your glue dots in it. And this is what I usually do. If I'm getting ready to put stuff on a card, I'll open it up, I'll stick the things I want to use onto it. And that's where I keep them so I don't lose them or knock them on the floor or anything. I just put it right on the roll. And then when I'm ready to go, I can just pop them off with the thing right on the back. I can't do that right now, actually, because I haven't even put the thing down yet. And then later when I'm using this roll, I'll be like, oh, that's weird. There's 3 in a row that are missing because I'm right in the middle. But anyways, that's how you get your glue dots to go the right way. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. It's actually 8:02, so I have to get going. I will finish this up. I will post it. I'll post pictures of the other ones. I will post the measurements. And then tomorrow I will post all the class information so that it kind of comes in batches. If you need any help with orders, let me know. I will keep you posted if things start to go low inventory, or if we get new dates for some of the other stuff coming in. I think I forgot to mention at the very beginning, all those dies that everybody was waiting for that were on the last chance list or in the new catalog, those were all in the shipment that came in. They are all now in stock. The last chance ones, so all the Christmas ones and all those ones, and they are, holy cow, there's some good deals. There's some sets of dies in there for like $9. And some of the new ones are 50% off, like the Christmas ones that are going out. Once those ones are done, a lot of the last chance ones, they're gone. So I would suggest people shop more in Celebration because you get all the extra free stuff. I would suggest if you want any of those dies, go get them while you can. But if I start to see things are low inventory, I'll let people know. I'll pop a little message up or something and let you guys know. Okay, so watch for little follow-up posts. I hope I see you at the class in March. Remember, lots of prep, lots of ordering. I need to know by the end of next week. Need at least 4. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic week, and we will talk to you later. Next week, hopefully warmer. This is what we're going with. All right, take care, everybody.